Hi, Sam the Asthma Man, back again to talk about social asthma. Okay, the I in social. This is going to be a long one, so hang on. Indoor air. Probably next to overbreathing, indoor air has got to be the biggest threat to asthmatics. It is so full of molds, mildews, chemical off-gassing, ozones, I mean on and on. I don't think anybody can even fully tell you all the ingredients, for lack of a better word, in indoor air. Bad news, okay? Open your windows, get as much natural air as you can. If possible, if you're severely asthmatic, choose an occupation that'll keep you outside, maybe like air conditioner repair. If you cannot, because let's say you live in southern Florida where it's hot and muggy and you just can't take the temperature, or you live up in the northern part where it's extremely cold, at least run a HEPA filter to clean your air. Again, I like rabbit air. If you don't filter your air, your lungs and nasal passages will be the filter. Also, a dehumidifier is good, because what happens is, as people shower and use the bathroom, the humidity belches out into the living environment, feeding the molds. Also, as we run, especially the central heating and air conditioning units, and even the wall units, they're a petri dish for molds, mildews, and mites, and all they do is spew them out, getting them directly to you. Okay, also, let's talk about infections. Asthmatics, and I'm included, tend to get a lot of respiratory infections. And especially if you're asthmatic and your asthma came out of nowhere, excuse me, maybe you had no asthma, and let's hypothetically, for conversation, say you're an adult. All of a sudden, bam, now you're asthmatic. I would suspect some type of pulmonary infection, but maybe chlamydia. The science is still being figured out, and there is a doctor out there that I ran across that he prescribes a 6-month run, a 3 to 6 month run on zithromycin, which is a heavy-duty antibiotic, a gorillacillin, a godzillacillin, heavy-duty drug. Okay, this back to the C again, chlorine. In our municipal water supplies, we have a lot of chlorine, and it becomes airborne when we shower. If you can go down and get a charcoal shower filter that goes between the pipe and the shower head, and they're disposable. And this helps quite a bit. This is what I use. Also, for people that color their hair, the women, it will prolong your color in your hair. And also, that way you'll save money to pay for the charcoal filter. I got mine at Sears. Okay, back to the infections of the lungs. The medical, the commercial medicine will naturally use a synthetic antibiotic to clear up lung and nasal passage infections. I personally don't want to take them, and this is a decision only you can make. I use grapefruit seed extract. Okay, this seems to work good for me, and I really don't want to be on amoxicillin or Ceflex or any of these ones, because I don't want my body becoming immune to them. And anyway, I'd rather take something natural. Let's talk about the kids here for a minute. The I for ice cream, okay? It's got to be one of the worst foods next to pizza for kids, for asthmatics in general, not just kids. So, a kid is going to eat ice cream even if it kills him, right? Him or her. So what we need to do is teach them how to make their own ice cream. Now what I do is I take a banana and a fork. Oh, thank you, Jack LaLanne, by the way. Okay. Take the banana pieces. Now, of course, you know, any fruit that you're allergic to, don't use, and just go with one you're not. Okay, I would take the banana and just mash it like an asthmatic Martha Stewart here. I didn't mean that, by the way. Okay. And normally, I forgot, I would put a little bit, oh, here's some water. I'd put a little bit of water in it just to get things into a pudding. But anyway, trying to make time here. Probably should have done this. The camera, okay. All right, I've got a custard, a banana custard, if you will. And now I have frozen fruit. I like strawberries, but normally if I wasn't on camera, I would have strawberries, pineapple, coconut shreds, cinnamon, the whole bit in a frozen bag. And then when I'm ready to eat them, I just mash them down in the bag, of course. Okay, and I would mash them better. If I wasn't filming, I'd mash them even better than this. Turn the bag inside out. Alrighty. One's MIA on me. Okay, then I take, you know, it says local honey. Honey from my area, unpasteurized, unhomogenized, and unfiltered. And introduce this to your kids slowly, but what I believe is this will actually build up their immunity, because it's almost like an allergy shot. That's a teaspoon. Because this, you know, this might aggravate their asthma at first, so introduce this to them very slowly. If your kid is severely asthmatic, then do some allergy testing. And I'll show you how to do that later. Okay, now I've got my little mix here. And I really feel strongly about these asthma therapies. I got a phone call from a man from Ireland the other day. He has a 10-year-old asthmatic daughter that just loves ice cream and all this stuff. And I imagine they live in Ireland, so it's a little dank. I've never been there, but it's probably overcast and cloudy, and they're indoors a lot. She's doing everything wrong. They even have a cat. So the doctor puts the kid on inhaled corticosteroids, a 10-year-old. And like all good, you know, pharmaceutical reps, that's what I call a doctor, is a pharmaceutical rep. A regular MD, as he just leaves it as a standing order. Like, and, you know, it's like, well, here, put the kid on an inhaled corticosteroid, and they've got other chemicals in there too. 10 years old, and then as if she's supposed to not change any behavior and just stay on this for the rest of her life. Corticosteroids, I've seen what the side effects they do